Are you familiar with a musical movie called Fiddler on the Roof? It's a great movie with some great songs, and one of them included the question, says, "Do you love me?" As the husband asked his wife. She answered in a way that she expressed, "Why even talk about love? For 25 years I've washed your clothes, had your children, fixed your food, etc." And after he had asked her several times, he says, "Do you love me?" She says, "I guess I do." See, there was a commitment, and that is love. But many times we don't see love as a commitment anymore. It's based on feelings, you know. But we have a similar situation where Jesus asked Peter. It's in John chapter 21, starting with verse 15. It says, So when they had finished breakfast, Jesus said to Simon Peter, "Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these?" And he said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." And he said to him, "Well, tend my lambs." Then he said to him a second time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" And he said to him, "Yes, Lord, you know that I love you." And he said to him, "Shepherd my sheep." And then he said to him a third time, "Simon, son of John, do you love me?" And Peter was grieved because he had said to him a third time, "Do you love me?" And he said to him, "Lord, you know all things. You know that I love you." And Jesus said to him, "Tend my sheep." This was after Jesus had resurrected. He was crucified, he was buried, and he resurrected. And the first time when Jesus is talking to him about this question of love, in our language, in English, we have one word for love, and that's just simply love. And but in the Greek, there's several different words, but here is used two different words for love. And so the first time when Jesus asked Peter, he says, if he loved him, he was asking him, "Do you love me with that agape love, that unconditional love of God, that commitment, no strings attached?" And Peter responds with the word love, but it was the phileo, however you want to pronounce it. And that's kind of like a brotherly love, like a friendship type love, just to make it simple. And Jesus said to him, "Well, then tend my sheep," or my lambs. And the word tend there means just to feed. The second time Jesus asked Peter if he loved him, again he asked him with that agape love. And Peter responds with the filial love, the brotherly love. And Jesus told him, says, "Shepherd," to shepherd his sheep. The word shepherd there means to act as a shepherd, caring, to rule over, to lead. And then the third time, Jesus asked Peter, he says if he loved him, but Jesus asked him with the word love. This time he says phileo, love. He came down to Peter's understanding of love at that point. And Peter responds with that word phileo, love, that brotherly love. And he says, tend my sheep, to feed them. And Peter says, "You know all things." See, Jesus knows where we're at. He knows at what level of love we are and commitment that we have for him. And the neat thing is that he accepts us on our level. Now, he desires us to grow. He has a plan that you might be used more and more for his glory. But the thing is, he accepts us where we're at. And Peter, being a very strong disciple following the Lord, he made a lot of mistakes. He was very bold, but Jesus had this vision in him that one day he would be undenying of him. And he knew that even though Peter loved him on that friendship basis, he did not understand and have that vision of that godly love yet. But Jesus knew that he would grow into that. He knew that he would develop and grow. And that's what he has for each of us. He'll accept you where you're at. Now, he expects us to grow in him, to grow into a deeper type of love, that unconditional love that not only we'd have for him, but for others, that we can reach out to others. And later, in verse 19, Jesus said to him, after all that discussion about love, accepting Peter where he was at on that friendly type of love, Jesus tells Peter, he says, follow me. And that's the bottom line. You follow Jesus wherever you're at. Not just believe, but you trust in him and you follow him. So we trust in Jesus as he leads us, moment by moment. And that's very important. Practice his presence. Trust him when times are good and times are bad. Sometimes it's harder to trust him when times are good because we think we got everything under control. But trust in him. Look to him. And as always, be blessed and keep your eyes on Jesus.